Hey, Brian, this is Dan Kesnick with Blade Lawn Care. I am writing you this voice memo as a follow-up to our conversation after the coaching call we had, because I wanted to kind of give you my background, why I decided to choose Lawntrepreneur Academy. And hopefully, I thought this could be something fun that you guys could check in like a year from now and see where the business is at. So just a little background about me. I graduated college in 2014. Back in Milwaukee, I moved out to Denver, and I've been working in, we'll just say, corporate America. Some smaller companies, but a couple pretty large companies. It's been great. It's afforded me, to get married, to buy my house, a lot of financial stability and a lot of opportunity. But ultimately, I've always had this aching, like I'm working for someone else. I want to be my own boss. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to own my own business. So I started watching your videos, and lawn care was something that I just did growing up at my own house, and I still do today at my house in Colorado. So, and I've always just enjoyed doing it. So I stumbled across your videos, eventually came across Lawntrepreneur Academy, and I don't know what happened, but something clicked that I was like, I'm doing this. I talked to my wife, and I was like, the Lawntrepreneur Academy is $1,500, but she looked at me and we were both talking about it. And we're like, we spent over $50,000 on our college education, and how much of that do we use in our day-to-day life? And, a lot of this seems like it's pretty practical knowledge that you're actually going to use in your day-to-day by being a lawn care business owner. So when you compare those, and like when we thought about it, we were like, that's easily a justifiable cost. So that's why we decided to do it. It's been very invaluable. I'll say, just for the people out there, I don't like making any kind of documents. I don't like writing things up. So even just having access to the residential and the commercial mowing and snow plowing contracts was invaluable to me. So that's kind of my story. That's where we started. And we just got our first couple customers this week because it's our first year in business. So we are getting very excited. But anyways, thanks again, Brian. Feel free to use this in your podcast. Bye.
The whole ball of wax at LawnTrepreneurAcademy.com is a $4,000 value, and it's yours for only $1,499. But when you apply the code SPRINGRUSH at checkout, all one word, Spring Rush, we will take another $300 off. That's $4,000 of resources for less than $1,200.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, you guys know we have solo podcast shows, and then we also mix it up with some great guest interviews. And today we've got one of my good friends and somebody that has been one of the OGs in the lawn care community and doing a ton of stuff with social media and also just helping us get branded done. That is my man, Chance from Chance Daily Hustle. Chance, good morning. How you doing, brother?
Good morning, man.
Hey, how you
doing?
Good, man. It's just never a dull moment. Just getting ready for the spring rush and trying to dodge raindrops. We've been getting a lot of rain lately. So how's things going with you guys?
Good. Yeah, we're getting ready here for our season to kick in, and just getting some equipment, the lawn care, lawn stuff going. So
yeah.
Sure.
Well, dude, it's been a minute since we had you on the podcast, probably maybe a year ago by now at least, but little check-in session here. I said, hey, man, I want to get an update from what you got going on landscaping-wise, and then I know you've been making a bunch of changes there, and then number two, talk about the Daily Hustle store and all the merch and shirts and hats that you guys have been doing for everybody. You guys are just such a great resource. I am not here to give you guys a pitch on any way, shape, or form, but man, it is so cool when friends have businesses that you can support, that stand by their product. They do a great job. I literally was emailing the girls this morning. You probably saw those come through, trying to get another shirt and hat order in before the spring rush. And we're re-upping, and everybody's always like, where do you get your shirts? Where do you get your hats? I'm like, from Chance Daily Hustle. And let's do this really quick, man. For anybody who doesn't know you, like, you've had a crazy career in a crazy last 10, 15 years or more. So for anybody who doesn't know you, why don't you give us we call it the highlight reel, man. Why don't you give us the updates and kind of fill these guys in?
Yeah, so I own a landscaping lawn care company here in Jackson, Minnesota. And we also have a screen printing embroidery business. We provide, like you said, apparel and stuff for a lot of people in the lawn care and landscaping industry. And so, yeah, I've downsized my lawn care and landscaping to focus. I'm still doing it, but focusing on more of the branding and the apparel side of the business.
Okay.
So,
that's cool.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I got,
Yeah.
some people get not frustrated, but some people are like, it's just weird. Like they hate or they get mad or they're like, you're not allowed to do certain things. And it's like, bro, like, why can't people shift gears and change and like pivot? Like, just because you start in lawn care doesn't mean you got to stay in lawn care. Like, I have a bunch of friends that have dump trailers and now they're doing a bunch of trash hauling and dumpster removing or whatever you call it. And I'm like, they're doing $400,000 or $500,000 with a couple dump trailers. And
right.
people are like, well, you're not even doing maintenance content anymore. Or I got friends that are got tractors and they're grading now, and they're like, they don't even cut grass. I'm like, who cares? Their business is changing, bro. Like, so tell me about that. What's changed with you guys the last 4 or 5 years? I know that.
Yeah. So I mean, we pivot, like you've mentioned, we pivot quite a bit. We started off with lawn care. Then I built it into landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I got into landscaping, I downsized my lawn care to take on more work of the landscaping. And now, after 13 years, I've downsized to the point where now I'm cherry picking the landscaping, and we're doing 1 day of lawn maintenance. And then all those other times, I'm focused on the branding and the daily hustle, screen printing and embroidery business.
Yeah.
So I've made a lot of shift through those years. It was hard to do because lawn care and landscaping, it's always going to be in my blood, right? And we had the opportunity just to pivot and make changes, and where it the business works for us. And so I only could do so much. And so I just downsized, like I said, the lawn care and landscaping. And then we're just growing and expanding the Daily Hustle store that we have now. So,
Well, dude, let's do this really quick. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and we got to still make sure that we take care of the lights and pay for things around here. But I want to press in, man. I want to hear more about the Daily Hustle store. You've been sharing revenue, like that's growing good. I want to hear more about the cherry picking of landscape jobs, because I think that's something that is really enticing to a lot of guys out there. It's like, hey, once you've been doing this for a decade, you can start to, it's not like throttle back. It's just like be selective.
Right.
And that is money. That is music to my ear. So let's do this really quick, man. We're going to hit the ads. We're going to hear from today's show sponsors, and then we're going to press in a little bit more with my man Chance from Chance Daily Hustle coming right up.
We love our industry and are always looking to maximize your production in the field. Ballard Products have over 350 products that can help you get the most out of your efforts every day. Whether you're looking to get a better cut, keep your gear on your machine, keep your expensive equipment clean and safe, or just get the most out of your machines, Ballard has you covered. Make sure to use Brian's 10 to save 10% off our complete line of gear. Jump on our easy-to-use updated website at ballard-inc.com to get your gear ordered today. Now get out there and make it your best year yet. Ballard.
All right, Chant. Well, we're going back to you, my friend. I want to just give you the lay of the land, bro. You can talk about whichever one you want to go with maybe first, but I'd love to double tap on the maybe scaling back on the landscaping business, because I think you're even out of snow. And then, okay, and then we can even talk about the Hustle store, because you guys are making big waves out there. You guys are like a trusted name, somebody I can point to. You guys do all of our stuff, for crying out loud. I pay for it, just so you guys know. Everybody thinks we get everything for free, Chant. I'm like, bro, if that's the case, like, talk to my bookkeeper, who's like, hey, I'm trying to justify every expense, right? But okay, so let's go back to the landscaping. So what do you mean by your cherry picking jobs? Like, if you guys are only mowing 1 day a week and doing landscaping, what does that mean? Quantify that for me.
So what that means is it gives me the opportunity to, one, make more money, profit margin wise,
Okay.
make more money, and do the projects that I really enjoy doing. And so, and I'll have, right now, I've got my son, he's helping me. And if I need help, I can hire another guy to come on and, assist us.
Okay.
So I'm just down to the point where, it's the other businesses cash flowing for me to have the opportunity to do this.
Yeah. Yep.
To be able to cherry pick as well. So I'm able to do that. And it's given me more opportunities, I think, to really see where I want to go and what I really want to do.
Okay.
But at the same time, I enjoy landscaping, right? So I still want to be in it.
So what's like the ideal job or ideal size or price point, or is it maybe just profit margin driven? Like you find you send out 8 quotes and you used to get back 3. Now you're only getting back 1, but you're making, 40-50% on this thing. Is that the idea? Or,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the idea. Make it 40 to 50%. At the same time, you're getting the projects done faster, making more profit. I guess I'm more. There's some people that are really craft, right, into their craft, and they love they love the finished product. I love the finished product as well, but how can I make that efficient and profitable and not just fall in love with the project, but make money? Right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like when I started, I was in love with it and couldn't let go of the part of I need to profit, right?
Yeah.
I just love doing it. Well, you can love doing it, but you have to make profit.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I remember, this was something that Nick Carlson told me once, and I think he shared it on a podcast or something. But he said he had a binder back when he had his landscaping company. You guys know Nick Carlson with Mulchmade and Dawson Manufacturing. He's like one of my top dudes. He's one of my bros. Like Nick is an amazing guy. He said he had a binder back when he had Laser Cuts landscaping. He had a binder, John, of like 8 landscape designs. Like, and he took inspiration from like the McDonald's business model. Like when you go there, you got, pick your value menu. You got 8 options, right? And he's like, these were like the same designed landscaping, just stamped out. And he goes, we didn't do all this custom flashy stuff. It was, what's your price point? Like most of our jobs are between 5 and 15,000. And here's 8 examples. Like, which one do you want? And, he's like, we did some, micro customization, but it was like his bread and butter. It was like what he knew. He had it all priced. He knew he got the profit that he wanted.
Yes.
So I love what you're saying, cherry picking, man. Cause like if you can systematize things, that people call it, or whatever, just if you can run it by the numbers and make sure that you're making money. Like at the end of the day, I see so many people as well, Chant, like getting lost in like the magnanimous or excitement or the Instagramming, of like their job. And I'm like, well, how much money did you make on that? Cause you've been there for weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And at the end of the day, it's, we have to make money to keep things going, right? Keep things going. So.
Yeah. Amen. Yep. So the landscaping crew, what's the difference now? How do you feel like business wise, finance wise, stress wise? Cause you had 6 to 8 guys, I thought at least working late. I was watching all the vlogs back in the day. 4 or 5 years ago. So what's it like having 6, 7 guys on site and you not even being there to now you're in the trenches doing the jobs? Is there pros and cons or what's up?
Yeah. So the cons is that I've got to be out there, right, in the field. Mm-hmm. And without me being there, there's no money to be made, right? And so that's the downside.
Sure.
But I can actually step away from the landscaping and, have income flowing from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I wouldn't have downsized this much if I didn't have other, cash flow income coming from other places. And so that's the con, is that I got to be in the trenches, but I enjoy it here and there, going out there. Yeah. I don't mind it. And the pro is that I don't have as much stress, or I'd say debt. I mean, every business has debt, right? But the numbers aren't as big, and I can control it. I can control it a lot much better now.
Sure. Yeah.
And
yeah.
And so it's just the stress level. It's not as high, I guess, you can say. And I can wake up today and I'm not, I've got my screen printing and my embroidery business. It's running. It doesn't need me there. But, when I had the landscaping crew, it's more detailed work. So I had to be there. I could have hired another person to come manage it and all that. But for me in our market, we could, the thing is that we only can scale our business up so big.
Sure.
You're tapped out.
Sure.
You're tapped out and maxed out in our market here.
No, I get that. And that's the thing too. Like if you wanted to take a day off or a week off, when it's yourself, you just don't schedule any jobs that week. But when you have 6 other mouths to feed, you have to keep that pipeline full like crazy.
Yes.
Because they're devouring work.
Feeding it. Yep. You got to keep selling. You got to keep. I mean, that's just part of the business, right? But I'm to that point where my kids. I got 2 boys, and I want to see them grow up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just and just spend more time with them. It gives me that freedom right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's shifting gears. It's shifting gears. That's okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that once the kids grow up, get out, it's my journey will always keep changing. I'll always keep pivoting, right? Mm-hmm. And that's just part of what I do.
Yep. Well, I have to go back to the analogy, like I said earlier. Like if you got a race car and you got 6 gears or whatever, I mean, sometimes you're shifting gears, man. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. And some people are just like, no, it's always got to be growing, or it's like if the top line's not growing year over year. I want you to get out of like social media hype land. And you talk to real, I don't want to say real business people, but business people that aren't influenced by like peer pressure, you will realize it's okay to grow slow. It's okay to sustain your business. Like it's okay to have flat sales, but like your profit increased 10, 15% because of systems and efficiencies and paying off debt or whatever. And, I think a lot of people just get caught up on social, like grow to grow, or I'm going to grow by $100,000. And I'm like, okay.
Right.
And that's fine. But, don't get a stomach ulcer along the way, man.
But we have to be realistic, right? When we're growing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, some grow quick, some grow slow, it's whatever that I believe what you can handle and what your market is and where you really want to go in your business and, what you want to do.
Be intentional.
And
yep.
Yes. And as business owners, when things arise in our business, in our life, we are the ones that are responsible to make the change and make that pivot. Like you said, social media is one thing, but in our real life, we have to do the things we have to do, to make the change and pivot in the business. So,
yeah, I literally can't give you a better example of what you just said than when we actually moved this podcast back 15 minutes, which I appreciate because I text you and we're friends and I know you're busy, but I also know, you're self-employed. So I was like, hey man, can I get 15 more minutes? Cause I was working on 2 quotes and I said like, that's my first business. I'm like, it's not bad. It's not good. It's not evil. It's not, I'm less free, or more. Right. It's nothing like that. It's like, bro, I got to take care of business number one. Like social media fits in where it fits in. And, I had to finish up 2 quotes. I'm, trying to bid $20,000 worth of work. And it's double that really because of the snow once I hopefully secure that in the winter, but I'm like, on line 1, I got $40,000 sitting around. I would like to secure the bag, and then I said, hey, let's go to social media. But, it's like, so many people just feel so much pressure from social to like build content or make Instagram reels or get the flashy jobs. And I'm like, it's not flashy when you're losing money. Like I've still yet to find an Instagram reel where somebody is honest enough to say they lost $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. Like, there's one or two people that share their L's, but social media, like, people are like, oh, my company grew, but they're like on the brink of divorce. And I'm like, hey, be cautious of like what you consume out there. Liz and I try to share the good, the bad, the ugly. I know John shares the good, the bad, the ugly. Mm-hmm. Many people do. Don't get me wrong, but just don't get caught up in the hype of just acquiring things or growing. Like it's not real. It's not real business. Like, so things ebb and flow, and you shift gears on any car. If not, you can't just ramrod 6th gear the whole race. You'll wind up in a corner. So
for sure.
Well, let me ask you this. Talk about shifting gears. I do want to double down on the Daily Hustle store, because I think the evolution of that business has changed quite a bit over the last. Gosh, you've been doing embroidery and how long? Tell me that whole story.
4 years. 4 years. Yeah. So like. Everything started out, I didn't grow up saying I'm going to be in the screen printing or embroidery business. But,
right.
The YouTube channel grew, me sharing my life with everybody, through my lawn care and landscaping business on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Well, that grew. And suddenly, I started to, people were asking for Daily Hustle merch and stuff like that. So, one thing led to another. I bought a machine. Then I bought a business, embroidery business in Jackson in 2019. Yeah, January 2019, we bought that. We were in downtown running that out there, and it grew in 3 months. I used to have a laundromat business. I closed that down because there's no building around this area, and the laundromat business was maxed out, tapped out, and it wasn't making much profit. Mm-hmm. At the end of the year, so I said, I need a building. We sold all the equipment. We shift in 3 months in 2019. We renovated my laundromat to be the Daily Hustle store now.
Wow.
And so now we're running full production, screen print, embroidery, patches, leather patches and stuff like that in there. So, and we have a retail shop as well. So we've got five full-time, including my wife. And, and it's just been steadily growing because of this community. Without this lawn care and landscaping community, this would have not grown to the point it has been. Because when we first bought the business did not have any customer left. Right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Locally. So we bought the business. They were, their sales was only $35,000 a year, right? I was like, how do you keep the lights on running a business? And it's $35,000 a year in their sales. Mm-hmm. Well, they let me look at their books, and I really wasn't going, like, I took the risk of, $35,000, I couldn't run my business. But I bought the equipment, and I knew where this could go. So after the first year, we did 125 or 150,000 in sales, just online.
Wow.
Online.
That's huge.
Just me and my wife at that time. And so, while trying to run a lawn care, landscaping, and snow business.
Right.
On top of that.
Yeah, you were still doing snow back then, yeah.
Yep, I was still doing snow. And next thing you know, because of like everybody supporting us in this community, it just kept growing.
Yeah, so. Yeah. What did you guys do, if you don't mind me asking you, and you don't have to, but I know it's, you've been pretty public about it. It's just cool seeing the business grow. I tell people my sales numbers. I don't care. Like, judge me, like, what do I care? Like, everybody's listening in is more successful than me. What do I care? Like, God bless you guys. I'm your biggest fans. Like, I'm not in competition with anybody, but, how has sales been the last, since 2019 then? You guys are growing pretty steadily, I know.
So 2019, we did I said 125 or 150. Then to 2020, we did, I think we broke 225. And then the third year, we were at 375, I believe. And then by the fourth year, I think, broke 500,000. So like this year, we want to get to $750 to $1 million, right?
Okay.
And then I figured at 1.25 to 1.5 mil, we're tapped out where we're located.
Oh, production wise. Okay.
Yes, production wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're always wanting to grow and just keep expanding that and provide the best service and the best apparel for everybody.
Man, that is so cool. That is really, really cool. And you know what? Somebody listening in is probably like, man, why didn't I think about being the industry go-to guy for, websites
Right.
like my brother Adam with Branded Bull, or, shirts and merch with like Chance Daily Hustle, or, aftermarket accessories like Ballard and Lawnmower Blades and everything else that they have. Like, bro, you guys could, if you guys are listening in and you want to make a different business or a side business or transition, and I mean, you can do anything you want in the industry. Like I have so many friends, like they went from mowing to, different niche or genre, or they wanted to go full time in social media. Like, and people are going, well, you're a quitter or a loser or a sellout, or I'm like, why is it so judgmental over there? What people do? Like, nobody's judging you for staying in the green industry. Like, don't judge anybody getting out of the green industry, like, or servicing it in a different manner. Like Nick Carlson, like he had $1 million+ landscaping business, and now he's supplying mulch machines to the industry and changing the game in that aspect. Like you're not like your feet aren't like cemented to the ground with running your business, no matter what the size, $100,000 or $100,000 a month. So I think business is fluid, like what you're doing today. And by the way, guys, like think about it. Let's take off the judgment hat again for a quick second. Like how many people right now listening in, and I'm talking to myself, like are doing today, like this is what you thought you would be doing 5 years ago. Like I doubt there's always one, but 1 out of 100 people are probably doing exactly today, what they thought they'd be doing 5 or if not, 10 years ago. Like, so like you have to be fluid. That's why they always say like make your set your plans in stone, or your goals in stone and your plans in sand, because like life is an adventure, and God will take you all different directions of your business and your life and your journey. And I've got friends that are transplanting into different states. I know you're doing some stuff in different parts of the country, like Cruz Lawn, like he was one of your guys, and now he's doing his own thing. Like that's all like a bigger plan that's going on. So you have to be fluid with where life takes you, man. But I mean, your guys is, I have no problem sending people over to the Chance Daily Hustle store. You guys you've done my merch. Gosh, man, like what probably 19, 20. It's been 3 or 4 years, way before we partnered up. Yeah.
I think 3 years at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm literally putting in another order, probably $1,000, $1,500. And, so we get the Sport Tech shirts. We get the, I'm talking to the girls right now, trying to get some hats. I'm actually in a group chat with my wife and then the guys. We're deciding on some different hats that the girls quoted this morning. I'm like, hey, let's get a vote. Like, which hat do you guys like? So really quick, if you can just plug the merch store for a minute, if you don't mind, because a lot of guys are looking for a great place for shirts and hats. And what do you guys do? Maybe what do you guys not do? Like what's some go-tos like that most people call you up? Where do they start?
Yeah, so we do custom T-shirts, hat embroidery, jacket embroidery, from stickers, decals, anything that's apparel related. We also do promotional items, pens, cups, koozies. We do all of that for your business. Anything you need, notepads, all these things. We're tapped into that.
Cool.
And so you can email our team at sales@dailyhustlestore.com or give them a call at 507-841-1500. And they will, once you email and the emails come in, they'll get back to you ASAP.
Yeah, they're on it.
And if you have any questions or don't know which way to go with your design or shirt, they will help and assist you get the right apparel for you. So.
Yeah, no,
and also
yeah.
you can find us on Instagram as well. At Daily Hustle Store. So
yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, I emailed the girls last night at 10:30 at night because that's when I get some quiet time, and they emailed me back. No joke, at like 9:05 this morning, and also I was just ordering some hats from them, like I said, and I'm like, hey, I know what kind of hat I like, and they gave me 3 different hats. Then next email 2 minutes later was, here's a couple different color options, because I was like, hey, do you got something in red? And then we actually narrowed it down to 2 mock-ups, and I was just getting a poll vote from the peanut gallery here. And after lunch, I'm going to go punch this through and order up some more hats, and then do a re-up on our shirts from last year. A lot of you guys like the shirts that we have. That's the Sport Tech. It's kind of like a polyester blend. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a polyester blend. It breathes. It's not 100% polyester, I don't think, but or maybe it is. I don't know. Is it, Chad? I don't even know.
Yeah, I believe it is, and I believe it's moisture wicking. So
yes,
you're working outside in the heat and you're sweating. It's wet, but it dries quick.
Yes,
and it's not holding water or your sweat like a cotton tee. Cotton tee, once you're drenched, it's not gonna dry anytime soon.
No,
you're gonna be wet all day.
I've had cotton tees for sure. Dude. So the whole reason I reached out to Chance people 4 years ago, and again, I'm not here to sell you guys on it. I'm just telling you my story about shirts. I said this on my YouTube channel a couple years ago. I said merch and shirts have always been such a bottleneck and a stress. I never get it right. It's $500. My stuff looks like garbage. I'm like, whatever. We bought it. We'll wear it. Then it's like a year later, $500, never looks right. I hate it. And I'm always like, why are we struggling with this for so long? And then I was scratching my head. I swear to God, I was like, why? I'm like, I need to know a friend that does shirts and merch. And you literally bought the whole, laundromat business in your storefront now. And I'm like, dude, Chance is awesome. He always looks on point. I'm like, so I called you, and 3+ years now, we've never had a single issue. And all of our merch has been, I don't know if it's called merch, but probably uniforms is a better way to say it. Looks stellar. And so, I've wasted so much money on crappy logos, crappy designs, crappy shirts. Cotton shirts. Oh my God, stay away from cotton for the life of you. Now I will say polyester can get the best of you in the fall though, because when you're doing leaf cleanups and like that wind blows and you're kind of sweating, like it does catch up with you, man. Cause my guys are like, dude, I'm freezing. So normally we're wearing like thick cotton hoodies, in the fall, but, my undershirt's always my polyester shirt, my uniform. And, you take your hoodie off when you start getting warm, and then you sit in the seats in the truck, and all that wet, like kind of, the sweat like on your back, and you're like, ooh, it's cold, man. So it's, but in the summer, it's amazing because that wind blows right through, and it keeps you pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah. Well, that's all I really got, man. I wanted to get a little update, see what's new and exciting, but dude, open mic, man. Anything else you got? But that's kind of all I really had on my kind of agenda, if you will.
Yeah, so I was down in Georgia for a month, right?
Okay.
If any of you guys, the ones that are listening, been following us on Instagram and Facebook. So in the winter, I go down there I'm always interested in the hustle, right? Mm-hmm. Not only in the lawn care and landscaping. So I wanted to document and shoot a video. This has nothing to do with the industry, but it's about the hustle. I went down there and I said, man, because I got a friend down in Georgia, and I said, I want to see this DoorDash. I don't know if anybody's heard this DoorDash app where you can just log into. You can log into an app and go out there and make money. Dude.
We spend thousands on DoorDash. Literally, I'll probably spend $10,000 in 12 months on DoorDash. Like, I love it, dude. Like, we got baby 1, baby 2 on the way. Like, we just had a friend had a baby, and we gave him a $200 DoorDash gift card. Like, I'm like, welcome to the other side. It'll change everything, bro. So we live on DoorDash, people. Thank the Lord. So go ahead.
So DoorDash is just a delivery service. Like, they 1099 you, right? You're self-employed.
Okay.
But you have your own card. You go and it's I've got a video coming out on that of me doing that for 2 weeks, you guys. Just going out delivering pizza, right? Pizza, anything, any food service that a person can deliver. So I wanted to see how much money I can make, what it felt like, what it took, and I documented those 2 weeks of me in Athens, Georgia.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Doing that. So I want to show people that you can start anywhere to make money and build. I'm not saying DoorDash should be your career, but no matter what you do as your side hustle or your hustle, have a base.
Yep.
Have a base and build.
Yep.
You know.
And I want to. I'm gonna watch that video, and if it's worth its weight in salt at all, I'm gonna share and promote it because I want. Well, dude, like honestly, like small world and total rabbit hole, but like the Midwest, we didn't get a lot of snow. I know Minnesota actually did pretty well from what I understand, but for guys in Pennsylvania, like dude, they got like 1 or 2 snowplow runs, and I'm not saying everybody needs to go be DoorDash drivers, okay? Like, but I've had a lot of people like with coaching calls or call with the whole ball of wax, and they're like, hey, like things are kind of thin. What can I do to make some money? And I'm like, work at Amazon, DoorDash, get just something extra coming in. Like it's okay.
Yeah. The thing is that I've never be ashamed of what you need to do to make things happen, right? It's no matter how you collect your money, money is money, and it should help you, right?
Yep.
In a way, like I'd rather be if I don't have nothing else to do, and during the winter, why not go? Yeah, like you said, go work at Amazon or work with somebody.
Chop firewood. I don't care.
Yeah, don't be too proud to go out there and get a second job to do those things.
And I think everybody, because you see Instagram, you see everybody just killing it, it's hard because you don't see like real struggle half the time. And like, bro, there was 4 years where I worked at a medical supply warehouse just 5 years ago. And I was making $12 an hour, dude. And it was a horrible job. It was like super toxic environment, dude. Like career warehouse people, like they were like 4-letter words. They'd make sailors blush. Okay. And you know what? We needed the extra income, and Liz quit her job. Oh, well, she kind of got laid off, kind of got fired from her last job. And so she wanted to like support the business and help me grow my social media stuff or our social media stuff. But we were making those farm signs back in the day, if you guys remember, and it was just a little side hustle business. Like we were cutting the wood and the framing and stenciling, and we probably made like, $10 an hour when you did the math. But I remember us doing our first like a little show, like home show thing, and what do they call it? Like arts and crafts show. And we rented a booth. We had $100 in labor and material and wood and paint, and the booth fee was like $80, and we did like $575 in sales or something ridiculous. And we made $400 or $500, and it took maybe 2 weeks to prep, but could I have just went and did a mulch job? Sure. But I didn't know what I didn't know. And I was still, I was like 20, I don't know, maybe 30, 31. And dude, we were just figuring it out. Like we didn't have it all figured out. Okay. We still don't, but
for sure.
Like you said, man, DoorDash, like get a part-time job, help a friend do some construction or demolition. Like, I've done demolition for 2 years in the winter with a friend. One of my friends that you guys have seen on our YouTube videos worked with me because he needed something to work in the winter too. And I'm like, hey bro, like there's nothing coming in. Like this is way before we had any, snow business. But you've always inspired me as somebody that like, you've told your story on one of our previous shows, but dude, you came from no money, crazy background. You've had your demons that you fought with substance and alcohol, you're such a great example of somebody that's just no excuses, bro, and just figuring it out, man. So I, as always, man, you're a friend of mine, you're a buddy, dude. Like we've been doing this together for a long time, and you always inspired me, man, to keep hustling.
Yeah, you as well, man.
I love it.
Sure.
All right, man. Well, where can people find that video when it comes out? Where are you posting on that? Because I know you got like 500 things going.
It'll be on the Chance Daily Hustle YouTube channel.
Okay, the main channel. Okay.
Yep, the main channel. Yep.
Awesome, man. And then where can they find you on IG? And then we'll button it up, bro.
Yep. So you can follow me on IG at chance_daily_hustle.
Cool deal. All right. Awesome, man. And tell Amy that Liz and I said, hey, we always give our best. And I think, how's Asher doing with the wood cutting? Is he still killing it, or?
He's like part-time, you know. He's in the spring we'll be cutting more wood and getting ready for camping season, you know.
Yeah.
His busy time is the camping season, but he's got a couple pallets bundled up and ready to sell. So.
There you go. If you guys are in Jackson, Minnesota, go support. That's one of his sons. Go buy a pallet of or whatever, a bundle of wood and support the little dude. You know, he's trying to get his first car probably. You know, so that's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome, man. All right, well, guys, if you need shirts and merch, reach out to the Daily Hustle store. You can find them on email, Instagram, their website. Shoot me an email. I'll get you in touch with them. They're great folks. Mention our name. I think we save you guys a couple bucks. I'm not sure what it is. I don't even know, but they'll save you some money. Yeah.
Mention Brian's 10 and save 10%.
Okay.
Not only on the regular price, but the sale price. Whatever we have on sale, you'll get 10% off that sale price as well.
Heck yeah.
Double down, you know. So mention Brian's 10 and we'll save you money.
Does it work on my own orders, by the way?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
If not, I need Hustle 10 or somebody else's code, you know, like I'm legit about to punch in my order with the girls this afternoon. No. So I'm like, yo, I'll get in on that, you know, and double dip.
Double dip.
Oh, good stuff, man. All right, bro. Well, you got a bunch of stuff always to tackle. I know that, so I'll let you go. But John, thanks so much for being on the show, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate having me, man.
All right, man. Cool. All right, guys. Well, this is another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Thank you guys for listening. And new shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, guys. So if you haven't hit the follow or subscribe button, whatever you guys got going on with your podcast player app, hit that. That way you're notified when you get a new show, and it'll download to your phone. That way it's there for you when you guys are out there to go cut grass or plow snow or whatever you guys are tackling this week, man. So thank you guys, as always, for listening. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch up with you on the next episode.
Ballard Innovative Products is a full line of gear for the lawn and landscape professional, weekend warrior, or home and garden enthusiast. From mower gear, safety gear, trailer racks, equipment securement, equipment servicing tools, chute blockers, snow removal tools, and much more to make you efficient, effective, safe, and profitable in the field. Be sure to check out the Ballard-Inc.com website to help dominate and elevate your business this season. With over 23 years selling accessories and 30 years in the business, we're sure we've got something you can't live without. And new to 2023, we have the Hybrid Gold Blades. These are the most versatile, longest lasting blades on the market. Check Ballard-Inc.com often, as there's new gear being added all the time. Don't forget to use Brian's 10 to save 10%. Stay safe and keep grinding. Ballard. Hi, I'm Mr. Producer, and one more thing. If you're looking to stay up to date with the latest trends and insights in the world of lawn care, then you need our free email newsletter. It's delivered 3 times a week and includes a Monday motivational to kick off your week, a Wednesday what's new to keep you informed, and a Friday weekly recap of all the content we put out. Join our mailing list to stay connected to the world of lawn care and get exclusive access to the latest and greatest from Fullerton Unfiltered and Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Don't miss out on this opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and elevate your lawn care game. Sign up now with the link we've provided in the show description.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.